Now, we've been talking about national championships, and we've been talking about the Players Am. Let's talk about golf tournaments that I can play in, all right? Keith Weaver is rejoining us from the GolfWeek Amateur Tour. Been about a month since we've seen you, Keith. You guys have been awfully busy. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, we actually just got back from our two-day Southern Regional Tournament up in Lake Lord, North Carolina. Had about 120 players up there and representing 8 different tours, so it was a nice big turnout.
So did we have the usual format where we had them broken up into age groups, or was there a team competition going on? Exactly what was happening?
We broke them up into flights based on their handicap, just like we normally do, and it was no team competition, just go out, stroke play like we normally do.
What courses do we have here in the Hilton Head, Savannah area on this tour remaining for the rest of the season?
Oh, we have a great second half of the season. Yeah. We have the Deer Creek course at the Landings, followed by Paris Island, followed by Hampton Hall, followed by Savannah Harbor. Then we're going to Heron Point, and then we end with Oyster Reef.
Boy, sounds like a great lineup,
oh,
doesn't it?
It's going to be terrific, and it all is working up to the National Championship coming up in October, right?
Absolutely. The third weekend in October, we have our 3-day National Championship, and that draws about 700, 800 golfers. It's a nice way to end the year.
People can still join the GolfWeek Amateur.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
How do you do it?
You can join. Just go to our website, www.amateurgolftour.net. You select the Hilton Head Tour on the drop-down link, and there's all of our information, all the links to join the tour, to research any information, all the rules, our schedule, everything's right there.
Obviously, cost is a concern for many when it comes to entering or buying anything. Tell us about the costs incurred when they play in an event and joining the tour, etc.
Well, right now we're offering a discounted membership for the rest of the year since we're halfway through. Instead of the $85 membership, we're offering $50 to join for the rest of the year. The tournaments themselves range between $80 to $100. That includes your golf, your prize fund, your range balls, your cards. So you get a lot of good things with it, and it's not too awful expensive to play.
Usually 36-hole tournaments?
No, locally they're 18.
18s, okay.
But we do have the Icebreaker, which is 36, the Southern Regional 36, and the National Championship, which is 54.
Okay. Now, let's get back to the National Championship for just a bit, because I remember last year when we had it here, we had over 800 players. Yeah. A lot of different courses. Just tell us a little bit about how that functions and how somebody can qualify for that, Keith.
Well, to qualify, you have to play in 5 local events throughout the year. And then once you get to the National Championship, if you're in the top 10 in your points in your flight, then you qualify.
Is that in your region?
In your region.
In your region, in your flight. Okay.
Right, so the top 10 in the B flight in Hilton Head qualify. And we go down and we have a Ryder Cup match between an Ohio team. We have a skins game. We have 3 days of tournament golf. And it's just usually 5 great days of golf.
That does sound like a whole lot of fun. And this is also a great way for those of you who maybe regularly play in club tournaments. Get your game ready by playing on the GolfWeek Amateur Tour, because you're getting tournament conditions and you're getting a tournament atmosphere that the players on the Pro Tours say you really need. You can't just practice your way into
You need to play your way into
Yeah.
something, no doubt about it.
Right.
Tell us about some of the courses. I know the ones we have remaining. What are the events at each one? Is it going to be individual stroke play? Are we mixing it up in any other way? And these will be point events for the National Championship.
Absolutely. They're all individual stroke play within your flight. There's no team competition throughout the rest of the season. And it's just go out, compete against guys with your handicap, and have a lot of fun.
Now, let's talk about handicap for a second. Is this a handicap that they've garnered from the USGA, or is this something that when you do tournament rounds within, the GolfWeek Amateur Tour, you're using those to get the person's handicap?
Right. We'll keep their handicap based on the tournament rounds they play with us. So we use the USGA formula, so it's a legit tournament USGA handicap.
Well, it sounds like something that if somebody, like you said, wants to get out there and bolster their competition a little bit, that's a great route to go.
It's a good way to do it. It sure beats playing in the scrambles that I end up playing.
You got to play your own ball all the way around.
I hate that.
Keith Weaver, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to having you back.
All right, thanks for having me.
And that's going to do it for Golf Center this week. For my co-host, Bob Stevens, I'm PGA professional Chris Tremblay. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.